Hello gentlemen, and welcome to my 1 to 99 farming guide. In this guide I'll show you how to train farming, a skill that most people find annoying and don't like training, but is actually one of the most interesting and fast ways of training any skill in the game. So you train farming every few hours, but you train it so fast in that time that it's really one of the fastest for the amount of time you put into it. So now I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to show you the table of contents, everything that there is in this guide, and I hope you enjoy it very much, and I hope you find it useful. So for the table of contents, all you have to do is click on the annotation below to skip to that part of the guide. If you want to skip past the whole guide, if you want to watch the whole thing and get every little bit of information you need, then just keep watching and you're going to know everything there is to know about farming. Alright, for some useful items, I'm going to start off with the farmer's outfit, which in my opinion is the most useful. It'll provide for the whole set 6% bonus XP in farming for everything you do, except for one-time XP rewards from quests and whatever. You can get it from Taylor or the Treasure Hunter. Taylor is from the minigame Spotlight. I'll have another guide on that soon. And what people don't get about it is 6% is a lot. From 1 to 99, if you use it the whole way, you're going to get 780,000 more XP. Alright? And you might say, wow, that's a lot. And that is equivalent to 60 magic trees that you don't have to plant, or in other words, you're going to save 6 million GP from this outfit. So if you have any pieces, even if you don't have the whole set, use them. They are worth it. So other useful items are the Ardugn Cloak 4, which provides a teleport to the Ardugn Herb Patch, Allotment Patch, and Bush Patch. The Magic Secateurs, which give you a bigger chance of getting more herbs per herb run. The Magic Watering Can, which is unlimited water for watering saplings. Juju Farming Potion provides a 33% chance of getting double herbs from a herb run. Seedicide crushes your seeds and gives you experience, kind of like a bone cruncher. Explorer's Ring 4 gives a useful teleport to the Falador Element and Herb Patch. And Super Compost give you a chance of getting more produce from anything at the same time as lowering the chance of disease for any plants that have its effect. So the first thing you want to do when you start out farming is do the Fairy Tale 1 quest, and that will give you from 1 to 17 farming without having to do the tediousness of the first levels, and at the same time it'll give you the reward of Magic Secateurs, which, as said before, are very useful. Alright, so before you start actually farming, there's something you're going to want to do first. For allotments, you can protect them by planting flowers. Now, the flowers that protect different allotments are different. So, for tomatoes, onions, and potatoes, you can plant marigolds. For cabbage, you can plant rosemary. For sweet corn, you can plant nosteriums. And for watermelon, you can plant a scarecrow in the middle. Now, there's one thing called the white lily, which you get from a hard Falador tasks, and they protect everything. Now, you can get these by turning in moleskins to Wyson the Gardener. Now, for herbs, trees, and pretty much everything else, you can pay the farmer to protect them for you, but sometimes it's a little expensive. So what you can do is you can treat the soil with compost or super compost, and it will increase the yield at which how many products the plant gives you, and at the same time it'll give it a less chance of getting disease. Now for herbs, you have to do this because you cannot pay the gardener to protect them for you. So for when you're doing allotment runs, I'm going to show you the path on screen. But for level 17 to 20, you're going to be doing tomatoes, which are 12.5 XP for planting, and for each tomato you harvest, you're going to get 14 XP. From 20 to 47, you're going to use sweet corn, which are 17 XP for planting and 19 XP for every sweet corn you harvest. From 47 to 80, it might be a little bit expensive, but you're going to be making watermelons. They are 48.5 XP for planting and 54.5 for each watermelon you harvest. From 80 to 99, you're going to be making snape grass, which is 175 XP per plant and 80 XP for every snape grass you harvest. Alright, so while you're doing your allotment runs, you can also do your herb runs, and I highly recommend you do because that's both extra XP and it makes quite a bit of money over time. So from 17 all the way to 62, plant the highest herbs you want to plant, just the best XP. Try to get to 62 because they don't really make all that much money. But now from 62 to 73, you're going to be doing snapdragons, which is 87.5 0.5 XP every time you plant a herb, and 98.5 XP every time you harvest a herb from that patch. Then from 73 to 79, you're going to start making your big money with Lantodimes, because those are ingredients for overloads, and that's 134.5 XP for planting and 151.5 XP for each herb you harvest. Then another great money-making herb is 79 to 85. You're going to be making dwarf weeds, which is 170.5 XP for planting and 192 XP for each herb you harvest. Now here's a nice one. Torstals, you can do them from 85 to 91 or all the way to 99 if you want to make money all the way, because fell stalks don't make money, they're just for XP. 199.5 XP for planting and 224.5 XP for harvesting each torstal from the patch. From 91 to 99, it's very XP oriented. You don't make a lot of money. You do make money though, so it's not a loss. That's 225 XP for planting and 315.6 XP for each herb you get. Don't forget to bring your magic secateurs along with you, because they give you a boost to how many herbs you harvest from each patch. So bringing your magic secateurs will give you more XP and more money over time. So my favorite part of farming is here. It's called tree runs, and it's the fastest XP for any way of training farming. It's the best way in my opinion, and this is all I do. I don't do herb runs anymore, but I should technically, but I don't. So before you plant trees, you have to plant their seeds into plant pots, then you're going to have to water them. And then after that, they're going to take a little while, and then they're going to grow into saplings, and then you plant the saplings into the tree patches instead of just directly plant the seeds. Alright, so for tree runs, it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to show you a tree run in the background so you know what to do. You're going to be doing hardwood and fruit trees at the same time during one tree run, and you're going to do both because they're both really good XP. So farming trees is going to give you a little bit of XP for planting, but the majority is going to come when you check the health at the end when it's finished growing. So we're going to start off with hard trees, which is 17 to 30. You're going to be planting oak trees, which give 14 XP for planting, 467.3 XP for harvesting, and it's going to take you 3 hours and 20 minutes before the tree is done. From 30 to 45, you're going to be planting willow trees, which give 25 XP for planting and 1,456.5 XP for checking the health. That'll also take 4 hours and 40 minutes. 45 to 60 is going to be maple trees. That's going to give you 45 XP for planting and 3,403.4 XP for checking the health. And it's going to take 5 hours and 20 minutes for the tree to grow. 60 to 75 is yew trees. Those are going to be 81 XP for planting and 7,069.9 XP for checking if they're healthy or not. And those will take 6 hours and 40 minutes to grow. 75 to 90, you're going to be doing magic trees. It's a time-honored method. For planting, you're going to get 145.5 XP. And for harvesting, you're going to get a whopping 13,768.3 XP for checking the health. And that's going to take 6 hours and 40 minutes to grow. Now don't forget, these are better XP than fruit trees, and they will be cheaper. So these, if you want to do only one, do these, don't do fruit trees. They're a lot more worth it in the end, but I suggest you do fruit trees anyways. Alright, so for fruit trees, it's a little bit different. You're going to have to start at a higher level. So you're going to be doing oaks, and then once you hit 27, you can start doing apple trees. Those are from 27 to 33. They'll give you 22 XP for planting and 1,199.5 XP for harvesting. Now, 16 hours is the minimum time for all fruit trees, so I'm not going to say that more than once. 33 to 39 is banana trees, and that's going to be 28 XP for planting and 1,750.5 XP for harvesting. 39 to 42 is orange trees, and you'll be getting 35.5 XP for planting and 2,470.2 XP for harvesting. 42 to 51, you'll be doing curry trees. Those will be 40 XP for planting and 2,906.9 XP for harvesting. 51 to 57, you're going to be doing pineapple trees. You'll get 57 XP for planting and 4,605.7 XP for harvesting. 57 to 68 is going to be papaya trees. That's going to be 72 XP for planting and 6,146 XP for harvesting. And finally, 69 to 99 as palm trees, which are pretty expensive. Those are going to give you 110.5 XP for planting and 10,150.1 XP for harvesting. Something else to take into account about fruit trees is that after you check them for your massive XP, you can also pick them and get the fruits that they are producing. Now, they will grow back, so you can keep picking them and they will give you farming XP, not very much though. Some of them you might want to just leave there, such as papaya and palm trees, because their produce is actually pretty expensive. Papaya trees give papayas and palm trees give coconuts, and those are over 2k each. So I would highly suggest, if you are low on money, just to keep those planted there, and eventually you will make quite a bit of decent money doing that. So a final thing about trees is that sometimes it can be very expensive to pay the farming cost to protect them. So you might just want to use super compost. So that will lower the odds of a tree dying to 1 in 8. So usually you'll get about one tree that dies during a whole farm run, counting both fruit and hardwood trees together. This is really good since it'll save you a lot of money in the long run. It will cost you a little bit of farming XP, but you'll save a ton of money. Alright, so another tree you can plant is a Calwat Tree. This takes a while to grow, but it gives nice XP and it's fairly cheap. So all you have to do is get 72 farming, then you go south of the Brimhaven Lodestone to the Calwat Patch, and you plant it in there, and for harvesting it, after 22 hours of growing, you're going to get 12,096 XP, which is pretty good. The Calwat products are really not that good, but I mean, it's amazing XP, and you should do this once a day. It's really worth it. So some other things you can do is elder trees, and those require level 90 farming. It'll give you 23,162 XP for checking the health, and it takes about 70 hours to grow, so I wouldn't wait for these to grow overnight. They take a long time to grow. Another thing you can do is crystal trees at level 94 farming. Those give you 50,000 instant XP for planting and 15,000 XP for harvesting daily. They're 100% free, so do these if you have them. Alright, so spirit trees, you can plant 1 at level 83, 2 at level 86, and 3 at level 89. You're going to need some quests to do that. They do teleport you, so they're really handy. They take 59 hours to grow, and each tree gives you 19,301.8 XP. So grapevines are something I recommend everybody plant to level 95 farming. They require 5 planks and a grapevine seed. They give 250 XP for planting and 330 XP per grape you harvest. And it only takes an hour and 20 minutes to grow. The thing I recommend about these is you will make massive profits from 95 to 99 farming. You'll be able to make Zamorak brews and Saradomin brews, the supreme versions with the wine of Zamorak and the wine of Saradomin. Making them gives a lot of money, and it only requires 90 something cooking. So I really suggest everybody do these once they have the level to do so. Warbands are a great way of training farming that's free, cheap, and fast, but the problem is you're going to have to get supplies out of the wilderness and turn them into the tree by the shortcut to the GE. It's really fast. Go find an FC now and they'll help you do it. So Livid Farm is a mini game you can do after you completed Lunar Diplomacy, and it will give you farming XP, and it's the only place in the game where you can get consistent per hour farming XP. It's not a farm run. You keep doing this and you'll get about 30 to 40,000 farming XP per hour. It's not a lot, but if you do it between farm runs, then you can gain XP while you're not doing your farm run. Also, it is a completionist cape requirement to unlock all the spells from Livid Farm, which takes a long time, and you may as well do it while you're not 99 farming already, so it's not a waste of XP. I would suggest doing that while you're, between farm runs. It is a little bit expensive because you have to pay for the runes, but besides that, it's not too bad. Alright, that's all for the guide. I hope you found it really informative. I try to put everything I know about farming in there. I looked and I researched the skill, and I found some new methods that I didn't even know about. So I hope you are able to train farming as easily as I have. I'm not 99 yet, but I'm going to be getting it really soon. It's a really fun skill and it's really fast, and I suggest you do farm runs whenever you can, and especially herb runs and grapevines, because those things are really good money. So I want to say thank you for watching the guide. Don't forget to give it a like because it took a long time to make, and as always, stay a gentleman.